So I'm going to show you how to cut this pork into pork chops, and also just to get the smaller pieces for the pork fried rice. So I'm just going to kind of straighten this off here at the end, and we'll use some of that for our pork fried rice. But then I'm going to start my pork chops. Now I'm going to do a fairly thick cut on this. This is a boneless pork chop. And you don't need to clean it up, really. You just go ahead and leave that on there. Unless you want to go ahead and take it off, you're more than welcome to, but it really won't hurt a whole lot to leave that little bit of a fat cap on there. If you want to take off some of this silver skin, you can, but most of the time it's all right. And if you buy the pork chops, most of the time some of this is on there as well. So I'm just going to take that, kind of trim those up. And as you can see, we still have lots for the pork fried rice. So you probably won't even need to use all of this for your pork fried rice. But now on this one, I am going to clean this off for the pork fried rice. So we'll just get working on that. Alright, so we got this all trimmed up, and we're just going to cube this up into small pieces. I might make a couple of nice skinnier chops here for some breakfast chops, maybe for us come Saturday, Sunday morning. And then the rest is going to be for the fried rice. So our $6 piece of meat got us all this pork for the pork fried rice, a couple of breakfast chops, and then some nice pork chops here, boneless pork chops, at least 7 and 8 ounces each on these boneless chops here. So that's a great deal for $6.60. So now we're going to start on our fourth and final meal. First off, I'm going to get our rice cooking. Then I'm going to marinate our pork that we have already prepared. We've already got it cut up and diced up. So I'm just going to marinate that in some soy sauce. And then I'm going to scramble some eggs and get those cooling down as well. And then whenever we've got our rice cooked and our eggs cooled down, we're going to start sauteing everything together. We'll plug in our deep fryer, so that's working, so we can fry our egg rolls. And then we'll just start with sauteing the vegetables. Then we'll throw in the pork. Then we'll throw in the rice and then the eggs. At the end, we're going to toss in some peas. And then we're going to top the whole thing with cilantro and scallions. There is our pork fried rice with our egg rolls. So we did the pork with the vegetables. We hit it with some soy sauce, some scrambled eggs, the cooked rice. I did a jasmine rice on that. And then we served it with just a pre-bought store-made egg roll. You're welcome to make your own egg rolls. They are delicious, but they are time-consuming. So the ones I purchased actually came with sweet and sour sauce. So you can buy one that comes with sweet and sour sauce, or you can purchase a bottle of sweet and sour sauce if you need a little dipping sauce with that. Pork fried rice. So thank you all so much for joining me today for Bin 14. So we started off this Bin's meals with chicken thighs. We did our chicken thighs, we browned those off, and we served those with loaded mashed potatoes and peas and carrots. Meal 2, we did a pork chop. We did the pork chop with just a box mixed rice, glazed carrots, and we glazed those carrots in like a buttery, sugary salt water, and then the water evaporated down to make a syrup, and then we coated the carrots with that. The pork chops we cut ourselves from a pork sirloin that we used the same sirloin to make our pork for our pork fried rice. So meal 3, we did the salmon cakes. We did the salmon cakes and we served those with regular mashed potatoes this time, blanched broccoli, and a lemon butter sauce. Now the salmon cakes made several patties. If you don't use them all, you can actually just pop those in the freezer. You can actually cook them from frozen in the microwave if you have a couple left over. So those are very versatile. Just pop them in the freezer if you have any left over. It was just 1 can of salmon, but it did make a dozen of those little salmon cakes. Our final meal, pork fried rice. So we had the pork that we cut in meal 2. We marinated that with a little bit of soy sauce, and then we started sauteing everything. We cooked some jasmine rice and cooled it down. We cooked some eggs and cooled those down, and then we sauteed everything together with the vegetables and the pork to make our pork fried rice. We got some egg rolls there and some sweet and sour sauce. So that's it. Bin 14. Thanks so much for joining me. Hot Moms Dinner Club.